this is the kind of mentality they have, you know, whether if you're in with us, you deserve a piece of the cake. If you're not a Kenyan and you don't deserve anything at all. So even if you are in government and you're not supporting the current government, your job will actually... I have people supporting me as the incoming MP of Langata. They've been stripped of so many things right now as we speak because of the fact that they're supporting me, who is on the opposition. So to be honest, this is something that is very dangerous for our country. Everybody should have freedom of choosing which direction. It's not even about, as he mentioned, about how much votes you bring, then how much of public service jobs you need to give, to be honest. Everybody should be given a job based on merit, especially down here. When it comes to PSs and CSs, that's fine. At the end of the day, we know that we're forming the next government, and it's good to balance out tribes. But to be honest, to a point that where you're even looking at percentages of people being employed from your tribe, that's very bad, to be honest. And that shows us that how they're really trying to break up the country, when we are trying to unite the country towards a certain goal. You know, we're not here for, picking tribes as our leaders. Even the leaders that were there, the same thing that the people are saying, the people that we put there in parliament and we told them to vote differently, and they were, paid, as we heard it from a former MP, from an MP yesterday or the day after, saying that they were paid to vote out even Gachagua. You know what I mean? So to be honest, looking at all this situation, this is a very, transactional kind of process of leadership, which we totally deny as Linda Mwananchi, because it's against the Mwananchi.
Yes, final word on this.
Fred, I'm shocked and saddened this morning when I listened to the remarks from Wakili here. One thing we must understand is that he now calls Mount Kenya a small village. I want to remind him that 86% of Kenyans from Mount Kenya region voted for this government. All right, and that constituted about 47% of the total votes that William Ruto got. It's so sad to see that now the people working closely with William Ruto are the people reducing, Mount Kenya to the small village that they keep talking about. But I want to say that I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised again if this is the kind of mentality that UDA has. This is the kind of vision that UDA has, that you need to be of this particular tribe to get this particular job, that you need to be in UDA for you to get this particular job. And again, I'm still struggling when he talks about a national coalition. How do you say it's a national coalition between a dying ODM and a UDA where everybody is exiting? How is that a national coalition, ignoring DCP, ignoring alternative government, ignoring Linda Mwananchi? That is the force that is coming. And again, the broad-based colleagues must not be able to dictate to us what to do. We know when we are going to pick a single presidential candidate. We know what we want to do for Kenyans. Let them focus on the remaining 12 months because they only have that time to leave government, and let them allow us to be able to do our own things. We know when we are going to pick our presidential candidate. And history is a good teacher, all right? Mwai Kibaki in 2002, representing the National Rainbow Coalition, was picked just about 4 months to the election, all right? When people had already come together, put policies together, and agreed that this is the man we want for the job. So, and I think as leaders, we need to be careful with the remarks that we make.
Wakili, I'm going to give you a minute and a half. I'm hoping you'll correct that.
I'm shocked again to hear that if Mount Kenya decides not to be part of Kenya, they can decide to leave just because they're exiting a dying UDA. I'm shocked.
A minute and a half, final comment.
The Kisumu has no cabinet minister. Mount Kenya has 8 cabinet minister, 17 PSS. If Kisumu votes for the broad coalition government and the broad coalition arrangement wins election in the next election, whilst the entire Odhaya or Nyeri decides to vote for Rigathi Gachagua and they remain with him in the position, should Kisumu get a cabinet position or not? Should it continue to remain without a cabinet position? My point is this: Mount Kenya has a choice. It can choose to vote for the opposition, or it can choose and go to the oblivion, or it can choose to remain with us in government.
All right.
Simple.
One term is real, friend.
One term is real.
One term is real. It's coming.
All right.
One
Thank you so
term
much.
is
Thank you so much, Wakili Joshua Nyamuri, advocate of the High Court, also an aspirant for the Kisumu Central seat. Hajji Omar, MP aspirant Langata, and Anthony Gitonga, MP aspirant for the High constituency, our panelists this morning. Asanteni sana for your time at TV47. After the break, we'll be having a conversation on empowering women and transforming Kenya, and Violet Gikuna.